This video focuses on the eye tool, in quick mode, in Adobe Photoshop Elements 2022. Follow me as I open the eyes of these 8 photos. Be sure and watch all 8, because the results are different for each one, and you can learn what works best, and what doesn't work well. Welcome to Digital Billy. My name is Billy, though this is not my real voice, and I've been using Photoshop for a very long time, and I hope that you too can learn and appreciate all that it has to offer. And I am pleased that I can show you all around Photoshop Elements 2022, which is packed full of features. Please hit like and subscribe, that helps a lot. Let's get started. Let's look at a new photo, with 2 people with their eyes closed. Click on the eye tool, then at the bottom is Tools Options. Click on the Open Closed Eyes button here. Then the magic happens here. Then, we select another photo that also has a couple in it, both with their eyes open. Then their faces are separated here. Then the active face has the light teal circle around it, so we pick the guy's face on the right, and the guy's eyes pop into the left man's face. Then we click on the left woman's face, to make that circle teal color. Then we click on the right woman's face, and then, bam, the left woman's face now has open eyes. But there are obvious issues here. Even a braid of hair got picked up in the open eyes photo and copied over. So be cautious with this automated feature, you might end up still needing to do plenty of manual work if you do not have open eyes that closely match what you are trying to cover up. Now we try this photo to add open eyes. Click on the eye tool, then click and drag over the face. Then click on the Open Closed Eyes button at the bottom. And a warning window pops up, no faces found in the selected photo. And there we have it, this photo remains with closed eyes. Here is a third example of opening closed eyes. Click on the eye tool, then click on the Open Closed Eyes button. Then select another photo with open eyes. And there you have it, opened eyes with just a few clicks of the mouse. Here's another example. We click on the eye tool. Then we click on the Open Closed Eyes button at the bottom for the magic to happen. Photoshop automatically selected 3 faces here, as shown by the 3 circles around each face. But pay attention to the color of each circle. The light teal green color indicates the active face. Here, we have the left figure's face encircled with a teal green circle, which is not the face we want to edit. Therefore, you need to select the correct face first, and make sure it is indeed the light teal green color. But notice the size and position of this green circle. It does not completely cover both of the girl's eyes, and we cannot reposition or enlarge this green circle, unfortunately. So something unexpected is bound to happen. Then we select the second face, which is already loaded in the previews on the right. And bam, the open eyes appear on the girl's forehead. How lovely is that? And here is our final image. And here is our 5th example of opening closed eyes. Click on the eye tool, then click on the Open Closed Eyes button for the magic. Notice here how the teal green circle encompasses the entire face, so that's a good sign. Then we select the photo with open eyes, and then click on its icon here. And bam, open eyes, just like that. And this example looks pretty convincing. And if you place the original photo over the new photo, you can make the eyes blink, isn't that fun? What are we looking at here? First, we are in quick mode. Then, we are focusing this tutorial on the eye tool. You can select the icon here, or press Y on your keyboard. At the bottom of the screen are the eye tool options, which are enlarged here for easier viewing. Within the eye tool, you have red eye removal, where you can click on auto correct, and you can select this here if it's a pet eye. Then you can actually adjust the pupil radius and darkness here, believe it or not. You can open closed eyes by clicking on this button here. Then here on the right are other settings within quick mode, along here and down here. We have a photo opened up already, of a child whose eyes are mostly closed, and we are going to use the closed eye correct function to open them. So I click on the eye tool, then I click on the open closed eyes button. And Photoshop automatically launches its open close eyes window. Then here you pick a source for the eyes you want to place within the encircled face, which Photoshop has automatically selected. You can open an image from your computer, the organizer, or the photo bin. I select another photo of a boy which I had already opened, so it shows up here. And bam, there you go, the eyes from the selected photo automatically appear over the closed eyes here. Here is the before on the left, and the after on the right. And what do you think? Is this acceptable to then print out, frame, and place proudly on your wall or share on social media? The eyes don't look right because they are too bright for the boy's head. So let's see if we can modify this in expert mode. I start with the burn tool, to see if I can just darken the skin around the eyes. And this doesn't look good at all. The difficulty with the burn tool is that it accumulates the darkened color, so that it looks like it's burning in the color really quickly. Now while also in expert mode, let's try the clone stamp tool. I start with a new, empty, layer. Then with the clone stamp tool selected, with a brush, size, and opacity that I've selected, I hold down the option button, then I click on an area of skin where I want copied onto the lighter area, and then I click on the lighter area, and drag the cursor around, filling the lighter areas in with the darker skin. You have to keep selecting new parts of the darker skin to keep the orientation correct with the area that you're brushing over. It's an accurate, but tricky, tool. Then I lighten the new layer up by modifying its opacity %. Then I create a new third layer, for the eye on our left side. And then I lighten up that layer's opacity as well. Then I create a third empty layer, to brush on gray over the very white parts of the eyes. Then I use the eraser tool, and go back to layer 2 and erase some of the edges of the copied skin to soften its edges. And the end result still does not look convincing. So the lesson here with the Auto Eye tool is to make sure the selected photo matches the lighting of the photo you are covering up. Let's now try this photo. We start with a photo of two kids, both with their eyes closed. We click on the eye tool, then at the tools options at the bottom, we click on the open closed eyes button, and that launches the process. Then the eye source window pops up, and the left figure has the light teal circle around it, indicating that this is the first one to be edited. So we click on computer, and then we select the image we want to extract the eyes from. Then bam, the left figure has her eyes open now, and it looks very convincing. We click OK to see the result. And like magic, the eyes are open on the left figure. Then, for the eyes for the right figure, we click on the open closed eyes button again, then we click on the right circle to make it the light teal color to activate it, then we click on the reference photo again that is now loaded into the preview window, and here you see the results of the right figure now. Click OK to review the image. This result looks pretty convincing. But of course it's not completely accurate because both sets of eyes are exactly the same, so the result looks unnatural. So it would be best to use a different pair of eyes for the right figure so there is some difference, or just use the first version, with the eyes open only on the left child. But otherwise, this example worked out very nicely. Now let's see what happens when we take eyes from an older person, and place them onto a young person. We use these two photos as examples. First, we open the image of the child. Then we select the eye tool, then at the tool options as the bottom, we click on the open closed eyes button. Again, you see the light teal circle is automatically placed around the face. Then we select the photo of the older lady. And the result is quickly generated. And here is the result. As you can see, the older eyes do not fit on the younger child's face, it just does not look right. So what have we learned here? It's best to keep the ages of the two photos as close to each other as possible to avoid something like this from happening. To review our images with opened eyes, here's the first one. The eyes for the man don't seem at the proper angles to fit properly within his face, and the areas around the eyes are lighter than the surrounding skin. For the woman, the hair braid got caught up in the copying, so that looks completely out of place. For the second image, Photoshop did not detect this face, therefore, the eyes were not open. For this third one, the auto circle around the face only covered part of the face and forehead, and thus, we get the eyes placed on the forehead for this result. For this fourth image, the eyes look excited as well, but they don't look quite right, especially because of the lighter surrounding flesh areas. This fifth example looks the most convincing. For this one, a new photo and eyes would need to be selected, this result just doesn't look convincing. This result looks mostly convincing, as long as this was used in context of not knowing who the model is. And finally, this image shows the importance of keeping the ages similar, as these new eyes do not fit the age of this young child. And here are the 8 examples of using the eye tool and its open-closed eye function, each one with its own unique results. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this information helpful. Please hit like and subscribe, that helps a lot.